Welcome to the educational channel. This is episode 13, unit 11, the final frontier. In this episode, we will be discussing vocabulary and setbook questions. Here are a few tips for the setbook questions. Make sure to read all the questions carefully. And remember, the questions are of general nature. You can use your own information or the textbook information. Write full, meaningful sentences and provide two causes, reasons, or effects according to the question. Pay attention to handwriting and spelling and revise your answers. This episode's title is The Final Frontier. What does the word frontier mean? Frontier is a noun that means the extreme limit of understanding or achievement in an area. Example, the success of space technology is extending the frontiers of knowledge. Now, if you hear the word space exploration, what comes up to your mind? There are a few words that might pop up your mind. Here are the words that pop up my mind. Mission, International Space Station, universe, travel, awe-inspiring, orbit, experiments, spin-off. Awe-inspiring is an adjective that means impressive, magnificent. Example, the painting you see here, the Mona Lisa painting, is an awe-inspiring portrait. And mission is a noun that means an important assignment given to a person involving traveling or an expedition to space. Example, NASA says 3 of the space missions that carried generators ended in accidents. Orbit is a verb that means to go around in a circle. Example, the 4 seasons occur because the Earth orbits the Sun once a year. Universe is a noun that means the Earth, the planets and stars, the universe. Example, it was once believed that the Earth was the center of the universe. Do you believe that? Now, here's a question. What's the difference between space exploration and space tourism? So we have 2 different concepts, space exploration and space tourism. Take a look at the pictures. Try to guess what's the difference between them. Here, I have science, I have scientists, experiments, and space tourism has a picture of traveling, a camera. So what's the difference? Space exploration is the concept of heading to space for a scientific purpose and observation. So you go to space to explore, to do scientific experiments, to observe the universe. A concept means an abstract idea. Example, scientists have a new concept of the universe, a new abstract idea of the universe. Now, space exploration is the concept of heading to space for a scientific purpose, while space tourism is specifically going to space as a voyage for leisure purposes, meaning to have fun. Both require intrepid people. So for both of them, they require intrepid people. Intrepid means fearless. They don't get scared. They like adventure. Example, explorers are intrepid people who are brave and adventure seekers. And specifically means particularly. Example, the family chose specifically the Mesilla beach for their vacation because it is clean and quiet, specifically. Now, What is the aim of the International Space Station? When exploring space, there are aims for the International Space Station, and they revolve around these. Revolve around means to go around. Example, the Earth revolves around its axis once every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds. Now, the aims of the International Space Station. First, sending and receiving data to the crew. Data is a noun that means facts, statistics. Example, Carlos works in inputting data into a computer all day. And the aims of International Space Station include monitoring space shuttles. Monitoring means observing and checking things and checking the progress of them. Example, nurses monitor the patient's heart rate and blood pressure. They keep checking it over time. Also, one of the aims of the International Space Station is contacting the crew on the shuttle and conducting and executing experiments. Execute is when you have a plan and you carry out the plan. You do the plan. Example, I have to execute my plan no matter how difficult it is. I have to carry it out, work on it. So let's write it in a full sentence. What is the aim of the International Space Station? The aim of the International Space Station is to conduct scientific experiments that are not possible on Earth. Here's another word, detriment. Detriment means harmful. The state of being harmed or damaged, for example, eating junk food can be a detriment to your health. Don't eat junk food. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of space exploration? Remember, space exploration is when I go to space to conduct experiments for a scientific purpose. There are advantages and disadvantages for exploring space. Let's take a look first at the advantages. When exploring space, we can understand the world more. We can provide knowledge. Also, it enhances communication. And it is very useful and exciting. Don't you want to go to space? It's useful. It's also exciting and fun. Also, we have spin-offs. We have the satellite TV because of going out to space. We have weather forecast, GPS, the air conditioning, and mobile phones. Whilst the disadvantages, what do you think are the disadvantages of exploring space? We can have economical issues. It's expensive. Why don't we use the money, instead of going to space, to help end poverty, to help poor people? It is also risky. You may lack of oxygen. The astronauts may lack of food. It's very risky, very dangerous. You may feel homesick because you're away from family. And you may suffer from an explosion of the shuttle or pollution. So these were the disadvantages. What does the word economical mean? Economical is an adjective. That means a good value in regards to the amount of money, time, or effort spent. Example, this compact fluorescent light bulb is more economical than a regular one. It's more economical. Emission means the production and discharge of something. Example, emission from cars and factories is the main reason for global warming. Let's write them in a paragraph or full meaningful sentences. What are the advantages and disadvantages of space exploration? Try to recall them yourself before reading the answer. Some of the advantages are to discover and revere the universe and new technologies. On the other hand, some disadvantages are the high cost of space exploration and the risk or the danger. To revere the universe. To revere means to feel deep respect. Now, an example would be, everyone in the company reveres and respects their manager because he treats them equally. They respect him because he treats them equally. Space technology advances have enabled people to revolutionize their life on Earth. Explain. Revolutionize means to change radically or fundamentally. To change. Make it better. Example, the invention of the airplane has revolutionized air travel. Another word that you must know is to take for granted. This is an expression. It means failing to appreciate someone or something. Example, people take it for granted that technology saves both time and effort. They don't appreciate it. So, space technology advances enabled people to revolutionize their life on Earth. Explain. How did it revolutionize our life on Earth? Space technology helped us to use aircraft technology and develop wireless communication. Let's specifically talk about wireless communication. How does it help? Wireless communication helps doctors monitor heart activity. It alerts the medical staff of any abnormal activity. It's sentient and responsible for saving many lives on Earth. And of course, there are other answers you can add to that. Now, to alert means to warn, especially if there is danger, to warn someone of danger. Example, the instructor has to alert the team of the dangers of mountain climbing. Abnormal. Look at the apple in the picture. Does it look normal? It's abnormal. Abnormal means deviating from what is normal or usual. It's not normal. Example, Julie found an abnormal bump on her leg and she was worried. Sentient is an adjective that means able to perceive things or feel things. Example, some scientists believe that there is sentient life on other planets. Now, what are the benefits of wireless technology? Try to remember them. Accessing data collected from spaceships, monitoring heart activity, and alerting the medical staff of abnormal heart activity. Now, another question. Besides the wireless communication, how has space technology assisted aircrafts or air traveling? You like to travel. Did you ever wonder how we revolutionized? Now, what are the uses or what are the things that happened after exploring space? Flight or aircraft have become lighter, faster, and more economical. The engines are quieter now. It also lowered fuel consumption and emissions. Let's put them in full sentences. How has space technology assisted aircrafts? Aircrafts are lighter, faster, and more economical. Also, airplane engines are quieter. Finally, fuel consumption and emissions are lowered. They are less. Space technology is working towards human benefits. They're trying to benefit humans. So what are some spin-offs from space technology? Spin-off is an item or items used in space to improve life on Earth. They use certain items in space to help us here on Earth. Example, the GPS is one of the spin-offs of space technology. Examples of other spin-offs include satellite television, weather forecasting, GPS system, and durable trainers. We all know the GPS. GPS stands for Global Positioning System. Let's take an example. The GPS has made traveling by car easier for people. We use it all the time in our car. We use Google Maps even. Trainers. Trainers are a soft shoe suitable for sports or you wear them casually. Example, Kanye West introduced us to a world where trainers make a fashion statement. Now you wear them for fashion. And durable, meaning able to withstand wear. Example, some batteries are more durable than others because of their high quality. You can use them over and over. They can withstand using them. Abhorrent. Abhorrent means inspiring disgust and loathing. Disgusting. Example, some people consider space exploration an abhorrent waste of money. Dual. Dual means something consisting of two parts. For example, look at this room. My room has a dual purpose, serving as a study and a dining room. Here is a vocabulary exercise. Try to answer them first and then check the answers with me. It is very important to put on comfortable what before practicing sports. What do we put on before practicing sports? Frontiers, emissions, trainers, detriment. Of course, trainers. Now, fill in the spaces with the correct words from the list. Let's take a look at the words. We have revolutionized, revere, abhorrent, spin-offs, awe-inspiring, concepts. Number 1. The idea of using animals in scientific research is to many people. I find it really inhumane. Using animals in scientific research, it's inhumane, so it's abhorrent. Number 2, Miss Donna's knowledge of computers is quite, as she had many courses that kept her knowledge up to date. So she knows how to use computers. So Miss Donna's knowledge of computers is quite awe-inspiring. Number 3, it is agreed worldwide that the invention of the internet has our life on Earth. What did it do, the invention of the internet? Revolutionized. Number 4, the great figures who have worked for the good of humanity. So there are great figures that I revere, respect. And the last one, space technology has helped discover over 30,000 what? For human benefits, remember them? Spin-offs. This is the episode summary. In this episode, we learned how to use new vocabulary items and answer set book questions. Thank you for watching.